So I had some glove pattern cut out with the thumbprints separate. I don't know why, but I just think it fits better if the gloves are separate. Thumbs, rather. I pinned it together, put 2 pins, did some marking of where the fingers are, and just sewed it down flat like that. Didn't do anything fancy this time. Then I started to paint the leg of the Spider-Man costume. I did the marker thing where I do the lines first and then start doing the cone pattern after that. To ensure to make sure it was lined up, I used a ruler so it didn't look all wonky. Then I started doing the same for the shirt, put 3 lines down the middle. They're a bit off and there was a hole right there, but still, I'm working with it. Okay, and then for the neck, I just filled it with some extra fabric and then drew the lines on like that. And that's what I did for the sleeves and anything else that required like special attention like that. I used a ruler to make sure that the cone pattern was all lined up on each. And then I took the fabric paint and just laid it all down on the costume. I don't have any monologue for this bit, so just enjoy the music and the show. Alright, so the white spider is why this whole thing has been delayed so long, and that is I couldn't figure out a cost-effective way for me to do this, or just something I was comfortable with, or something that I liked. I've tried foam, I thought paint was going to be good, I just tried a whole bunch of stuff, but I eventually cracked down on some white fabric, folded the odd ends over on themselves, cutting the shape out, folding the rough ends inwards, and then sewing it down like so, and that gave it a good enough look. And I'm probably going to go over it again with some more white fabric paint to give it some more detail and to cover up some rough edges, but still it looked great. Alright, here's the template I drew out for the web shooters, and this was the base for it all. And I just copied this off to make the extra layers and the side pieces and all of that. I found some inner workings of a pen that looked pretty close to the web shooters in the game, and after that I added an extra template to be like the wings or the side pieces to the web shooter. Glued them on at first with some craft bond, but I found that hot glue works a lot better. And that's just some 6mm or 5mm craft foam I used, so pretty simple stuff. To give it the extra details it has on top, I cut out some 2 or 3mm craft foam and drew out the designs that I would later cut out, and just glued that on top, painted it, and that's pretty much the web shooters right there. Those Right here we had the version 1 I was about to use, but decided that they didn't look good enough and I just wanted more details, so I decided to use these new ones that had actually 2 layers in them, and I feel like these had a more dramatic feel to it. I basically drew a lens shape and then drew a smaller lens shape on the inside, cut that out, cut it onto foam, glued on the edges and glued the tips of each piece, and just put it back together like a puzzle piece. I also got some plastic I took from a Coke bottle, and that's going to be the plastic for the lens itself, and then I had some fabric that was like a mesh jersey type of thing that I was going to use for the inside. Right here, this is how they look with the plastic on it, and again some white mesh on the inside, and these were some pretty sick lenses. Still got a little ways to go before I show you everything though, gotta build some suspense. So I'll see you guys next time on Spare Time.